Dextor plays BattleTech Heavy Metal.
Welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal. We have a four-skull battle here at the planet we were at with the last missions. And so I wanted to drop down to see if this was going to be interesting or not. If you're seeing this, then I deemed it interesting. If it's a raffle stomp, I wouldn't have put it up. So, hey. We've arrived. Let's go ahead and take on these guys. So we got 4 skulls versus my 5. I am going in very heavy, but we'll see how that looks.
On my way.
Coordinates received.
Yep. And what do we got? We got 2 twos. I'm going to let them go because they are both pretty well dug in. So let's... You guys move. Take a pot shot at me, please. Dragon. Quick draw. He's going to be a target. Okay. And what do I got over there? I got another quick draw. So what, I got 2 lances. I figure I have 2 lances because there was a 3 move, and all these are 2s.
Commander?
First you. You are... Quick draw. Dragon, quick draw, quick draw. It's a quick draw crowd. Okay? I'm going to move over to here.
On my way.
I'm going to do my precision strike. Nope. I want this guy here. 95%.
Take this.
And he's out.
Should have run when you had the chance.
Good to go.
Okay, so you guys are all like together and stuff. Let's move over this way, see if I see anything else. I don't see anything yet. But you will. Surprise! You know, as far as this stuff goes, it's 10 to 20. The blast radius has 2 uses per mission. Yeah. The attack seems to be fairly consistent with the artillery. It almost always seems to be hitting the backs. So I kind of have this like feeling that, you know, so look at this. I hit this guy from the front. This guy, I get it, but you know, I hit him. I didn't hit them from the back. I hit him from the front. So that doesn't seem to be right to me. Saying. Let's drop a second mortar down on these guys. I'm curious if double mortars... Oh, this is also a smaller radius. And it still works. Now there should be lots of internals. Yeah, these guys are pretty badly hurt, but you see what I mean? I think it should take the direction that you shoot from. Really do. Here...
Roger.
Who do I have choices of? Okay. AC5... It's 100, 140, 140. That's 40, 90 plus 60, 140. So we will pick somebody who's not guarded. You. Enjoy.
Everything I've got. Hostile removed. Give them everything you got.
See that duration of 3?
Hey there.
You. Edit.
All weapons are go. Want some more, huh?
Yeah, I'll step back a little bit.
Moving out.
Yeah, that's that second lance in the back.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Noticed. There was something about the way I got hit in the face. I think while he's out, I think this guy is the one who's going to get it. You're going to get it.
That one's gonna leave a mark.
Yep. Alright, so we continue to move over this way. I have multi-target, A and B. I like it.
Engaging multiple targets.
Nice.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay. Reaching shot A.
Yes, Commander.
Yep, we will move over this way, and I think... What's... I think that's... Actually, you know what? This should be enough. Let's just do that.
I copy.
There we go. Try to save some salvage.
Tango down.
Next. Alright. I'm going to have everybody here step back from the edge. Actually, let's do a normal move here
Position confirmed.
for cooling purposes. You don't need so much cooling. Actually, you can stay up here. You've got lots of range. Let's go over this way.
Got it.
Over here, buddies. Come on. If not, I'm going to have to start walking down. Can I get down here? I think I can. So I'll walk over here and come down. Alright.
Copy that.
Forest move. Behind a building. Got cover. Where are you? You shot from over there, so I know you're over there. Can't go hiding on me.
Coordinates received.
On the move.
There one. Move a big old massive amount over this way. Get lots of evasion.
MechWarriors. Show them what you got.
Hey, what do you got there? Catapult. Come on, caddy.
Standing by.
Nope. Precision on the caddy. It's got no defenses up or all. Mished.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Yeah, you will be. But we'll move on now.
You betcha.
Yes, Commander.
Hey. I can't move out of the way here, huh? I can move up here a bit. Okay, let's do that. Get a little bit more height. We will. No, I can't precision strike. Oh, I'm out of range of this guy. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, I should. That's all right. I think this will be fine. I should have sensor locked him. Can you get range?
Knowledge.
No. Oh, he backed up. It's like, oh, hell no. That hurt.
Oh, it's on.
Dextor.
now.
Okay, anybody coming in? There's 75. I'm going to reserve.
Uh-huh.
Caddy came down. Is that breaching? I didn't catch it.
Receiving you.
You come over this. Well, look, you got two choices here. Let's go take a peek.
I read you, Commander. Moving
And this is the plus 100 targeting in him that's giving him this shot up there. You are... Yeah, no, that's not happening. Let's give it a second shot here. There he goes.
Gotcha.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, you get to move down.
Moving out.
Well, I see you up there. I'm just going to hammer at you.
Taking the shot.
How's it going?
And I think you next. Just soften them up. Followed by your jackdaw here. No, over one more. I don't want to overlap too much. And you're precision striking him. Center torso with all of it. Nice.
That's a kill.
Very effective.
It's go time.
2 guys left. You got a 3, which is a 75. 75? That's a heavy, so he should be going in 2. That means he's a tactical dude.
Good to go.
I can get in range. So let's come over
Don't
here.
need to tell me twice.
Hello? Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got some solid stuff going on. No evasion, though, so I'm going to call it anyway. Where does he have anything? I'm not really going to crit, but I could go internal. SRMs. Lots of ammo. No ammo. And lots of ammo. Alright, we're going to go ammo. Go here and lift torso. There's some internals there because of the Gauss, but nope. Okay.
What's up, boss?
You get to move forward.
Moving out.
We will take that out. I will do another precision strike. We're going to go for arm.
Have some of this.
How's that?
Think I hit something good.
SRM, LRM's all offline.
Waiting for orders.
You go this way. Brace. You get to move forward. Got a clean shot up that way. Oh, do I do it? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do a precision strike center torso. See what happens.
Engaging target.
Well, he went over. So it's 2 injuries. Okay. A little bit of damage from his AC 10.
Waiting for orders.
I think here.
Coordinates received.
Did you know, you're all braced to hell and back. All right. What's your damage in the center? 60? Yep, center torso.
This should be good. Did you see that? Did you see it?
I did. I did. Okay. And that's the last the Marauder ever did.
Acknowledged.
I think I'm overheating a second time. No, I'm not overheating this time. All right, let's go ahead and fire.
Engaging with target.
Oof.
Critical hit.
Annihilator. Annihilates. I'm shooting not thumper. Gonna shoot not thumper. Yeah.
All weapons committed.
Okay, 2 injuries.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Receiving you. Moving out. Affirmative.
And he's out. So, I mean, just demonstrating the increased effectiveness of the heavy, or the assault squad. I'm using all that good gear we bought. Okay. What do we find? 2S, catapults, dragons, marauder, Orions, G, quick draws, G's and V and A's. I think. Looking. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a piece of Marauder. They're being fairly effective, and I'm curious. It'd be interesting to have a squad of Marauders. I do not think, I'm fairly certain that the damage debuff doesn't stack, so it doesn't go 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% for a whole squad. But I do want to mess with it a little bit, so we'll see what's happening there. And I'm going to pick the rangefinder as the other thing over the LRM-10, but I got that anyway. So, that's fair. So now we got a good chance to talk about some stuff. Let's just jump in here and take a look at our barracks, make sure that we have training done. I only have 2 people left to train.
Yeah,
These 2.
Commander.
Okay, mech bay's done. Navigation, there's nothing else here I'm going to be doing. I don't think there was anything here in the store I was interested in. No, not really. I don't care for the heat bank. And the AC2s, these are crits. Not bad, but not what I'm interested in now in. I'm really interested in mostly getting some heat sinks. So I have 2 options here. I can go this way to the long hunt, or I can go this way for the Davin Alliance. And I'm going to do the long hunt first. After the long hunt, I want to hit this faction store. I think they're probably the same, but I'm just curious. I'd like to see. And then we'll come back and do the Davon. Okay, so that's the plan here. So let's go ahead and start traveling to the long hunt. I got a lot of work that I had done, a bunch of the mechs. As you saw that there were a few of them in the queue. Primarily what I'm doing is just upgrading weapons and loadouts. So as I pull out plus or those type of weapons, I'm putting in, for triple plus, I'm putting the double plus in the lower end stuff, so that if I should have to go in for a light run, I can do that. Okay, so those are all done. I want to take a peek into the mech bay. So here's the Berserker loadout. I'm going to bring these guys up in the heavy squad, the assault squad, so you can see what it is that I built out, just for reference, and some thoughts I have about where I want to go with them. So here I have 2 slots of space open. So if I wanted to, I could try to take out some ammo for 1 more heat sink. I am not going to do that. I feel like the Bull Shark is okay on heat. I can drop everything if I need to, or I can do a thumper cannon. If I'm fairly overheated and I thumper, then I haven't got a problem. So it's usually a case of walk in, thumper, and then follow up with the rounds here. And I do have enough ammo in this now that the stamina of this guy is fairly decent. So I've got 2 UAC-5s dropping 4 shots around. I've got the AC-5 ammo in here, which is almost 4 turns. So I got 4, 8, 12, 16. Almost. This is actually 15 rounds of ammo. Okay. And then on the LBX side, I have 8, 16, 24 pieces of LBX. So with 24, that's 12. So I have 12 rounds of endurance on that. So this guy can sit in for a fight for 12 rounds, but you get Thumper Cannon for 2, so he's in there for 14 rounds before he's done. He's not just the lasers. So I feel like this is pretty decent. If we go into the next one, I also think that there should be some of the in the consecutive missions. I think in some of those they should create one where it is literally one after the other, and you have no time to do anything. So if you take armor damage, it carries over. If you've shot ammo, it carries over. Kind of like deep recon or deep penetration in enemy territory, where you wouldn't have resupply. Emulate some of that. I would like to see that, or even say, you only have like a half reload again, stored up in storage things in your legs or wherever they happen to find them from. Otherwise, where's all the armor and ammo coming from? I'm assuming that the idea is they drop it in a leopard or something, or they do a drop pod and say, here's some armor and ammo. And I think that might even be something you can replicate within one of those missions where you pay to have a drop pod shot down with ammo and armor to replenish. So on the Annihilator, I have gone up the UAC-10s. I've seen a number of people posting on this. There is actually a UAC-5 build that does more damage. So if you put in UAC-5 with lasers, it's about 30 points more damage, DPS-wise. However, AC-10s are hard-hitting. They've got some decent range of 450. The AC-5s would be even further out, which would really be kind of disgusting on the Annihilator, but you'd need to use a scout with it. The other part of this here is this particular double plus has the -3 tons, which makes this build possible. That's another 12 tons back, and I just used 6 of it in ammo. So there's 3 tons or 6 tons I have back, and you can see I got 1, 2, 3. I got enough in the heat exchange. This exchange is 2 tons, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's all about heat sinking. So if I didn't have this, I would not be able to put in all these UAC-10s, because the only thing I would have left is the 1 ton or 2 tons here. I'd be able to put in 2 tons of ammo. And on an AC-10 ammo bin, that'd be 16 rounds. I'd have 4 rounds of firing before I was exhausted. And you don't want to be there. That is definitely not enough endurance. But now, with all of these are shooting, well, actually, that's 1 round. Right? 2 tons? 2 tons would be 2 rounds. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rounds of stamina. So generally my guide here is to try to hit 12 rounds of stamina for my builds, at least. It's a minimum of 12 with the max around 15 to 16. I figure that if I'm in the 12 to 15 range, I'm usually pretty solid. He could use an upgrade to a gyro, a plus gyro for +3 melee. This is melee hit, not hit defense. And in fact, I'm going to take a look and see if I got hit defense available. One hit defense. Yeah, I got 1 hit defense. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take out the melee hit, put in the hit defense. So I need a definite +3 melee hit defense in this guy. I got the triple plus comms, so that's pretty solid. And of course, the Annihilator has the ability of upping the UAC damage by 20%, which also makes quite a bit of difference on it. In the Atlas, we did put the artillery piece into it, so I do have a double artillery shot with my guys, or I could do 1 every round for 3 rounds. One with the Banshee or the Berserker, whatever, the Behemoth, the Basilisk, the B guy. One with the Atlas, and then one back with the other guy again. I've also thrown in the arm mods here. I have a lot of slots available. This is 0 weight, so there's no reason not to put them in. So I did. I do have a lot of space here for double heat sinks, and the Atlas could use it. He is short range. He used to have the +100 targeting view in this. This is pointless for him because of his range. I mean, all of his the max range I think is on the snub, which is 360. He can see 360. He doesn't need any more to see. So I put in the comms system in here. I could probably use an upgrade to a triple comms for 4, or I might go cockpit. But I like the resolve, so I can do called shots. It makes this thing a bunch more effective. He's already got the 3 hit defense in there. I've got a heat exchanger in here. I can also swap this thing out for some more heat exchangers, except for the overall heat on this. It says it's 90. I think it's a little bit more than that, but it's like 100 something. As I look at it, the difference between a heat exchange and a single heat sink. So this one here is doing 15% off 100. It's about 15 points. So 3 of these is 9. So it's a very good exchange. Actually, is it 3? Yeah. So 3 of those, that's 9. It's a good exchange. Made even more so by double heat sinks. But I have to have a lot of heat. So if I take the 90, for example, right now, I'm at 14 heat? 14 opposed to 9? Yeah, it's definitely worth putting in. Plus, the heat exchanger doesn't get impacted by the surroundings. So dropping on desert planets or tropical planets makes this a little bit more viable. Though you don't get the additional bonus off of being on like polar. And I think polar will give you 50% or 100% actually on heat sinking. It's pretty significant. Even at 50%, this is a wash. So I think it's tundra. So you'd have to be on polar before the difference here is big. And rather than banking on always being on polar, I'm going mostly for maximum heat buildup, which is going to be desert. Alright, so there's nothing else to do on this guy. I think I've got maxed on SRMs. I've got the UAC double plus already, minus 3 tons. I could have put in 3 medium lasers for 75 points of damage for the same heat, roughly. And certainly one less one more slot, but the damage here is much better, and it is twice the weight. So since I have the -3 from the UAC, I was able to do that. It gives him, I think it pushes him over the 500 DPS point. Okay, and then we've got the headhunting marauder. The headhunting marauder is primarily, it's got the Gauss rifles. I went UAC 10 double plus for 70 points of damage, which is enough to hit any assault that isn't braced, entrenched, or in the forest, or or as long as he has no defenses up from a damage reduction point of view, I can head hit. I can even head hit with a marauder on the field, because the marauder here gives a 10% reduction. So 61 points, add 10%, 67 points after do 6. So an AC-10 can head hit anything that hasn't got defense. With a Gauss rifle, because it's 75 points damage plus 5 structural, so it's really 80 points to the head. I can go 20 points over, or 20% over. So 61 plus the 20% is 69. So this will go through that. In fact, it'll go through 30%, right? So I could have a marauder on the field and somebody sitting in the forest or somebody braced and still take them out. So this makes this headhunter far more valuable, I think, because often you'll have somebody who's got the toughness up or the piloting up. One of those two will give you enough defense to usually offset this. I do have enough Gauss ammo in here for the 8 turns of shots, right? So if I do double shots, there's 4 and 4 for 8 turns. I'd love to put one more ton of ammo in here for 12, because that does make this guy, a little bit more picky about his shots. So there's going to be some times I may not want to take it. The other side of that is that this is usually now the scout mech, and as the scout mech, I might be utilizing my sensor lock, so it does balance out a bit. But again, I would like to have one more ton of Gauss ammo in there for that. So that's the assault team in a nutshell. You can also see it has the rangefinder for 100. I have for the lights, I have definitely still the Shadowhawks. I have dual Shadowhawks, which is actually fairly effective when it comes to like convoys. These guys can both chase things down and also jump on stuff and kill them, because they do have their leg mods. Obviously, the Muhammad here has got the most leg mod in him. This is my brawler mech for the medium class. So as long as I'm not doing something too heavy, this is the one I use. And he actually is typically the scout as well, because he moves very quickly. But he is maxed out on his melee, so he will hit for 205, and he can DFA for 140. If you double that or give it a 50% increase now, I think it's 50% for vehicles. I'm doing 300 and 210. So I think that goes through anything. If I'm not mistaken, I think Demolisher is the heaviest. I think he's around 200. So the DFA, even on a Demolisher, will wipe him out. So this gives me the opportunity to jump in with a Vigilance, smack something down, jump out before they get to take an attack, and then do that again, much like you do with like Lotus or Locust and stuff, where you do that double move. You can do that with this guy, and it's pretty effective with it. I've also done max damage on his lasers, and where he doesn't have the laser bonus for damage, I've gone crit. So I really like this triple laser here for 10 damage, 50 crit. That way, if I do get something open and I get inside, I can crit them and hopefully blow something up like, the LRM ammo or AC ammo, something like that. Because he's in brawling all the time, I have given him the cockpit mod. And then for a gyro, it is between either hit defense or melee hit. I am pretty accurate with this guy as far as hitting. So, and you do get to ignore some defense when you do melee. So because of that, I've gone hit defense so that it can be a little bit more tanky, because he is point blank. I don't want him just to go in, hit like a ton of bricks, and then get toasted. He is not a glass cannon. Don't want this guy to be a glass cannon. All right. So, and then we get the DFA leg mods. These are the best you can get for minus 30 on the DFA. So I think at the end of the day, my legs take like 5 or 10 points of damage. So with this 115, I could be jumping for most of the game, and I have, and not lose my legs. I think we saw not too long ago, I had a Phoenix Hawk, and I did a DFA on something with no leg defense, and both of my legs were chewed to hell, and I had like 10 points of armor on them. So yeah, it can be dead. In fact, if we look up here on DFA, is there self-damage? No, they don't have self-damage in there. They should. That would be nice to see. DFA self-damage. I know I've seen it somewhere. Is it under durability? There it is. DFA self-damage. 10 damage. So that means 5 points per leg. So what, I got 70 jumps I can do before I have to worry about it? No, that's not right. That's 11, right? 11 jumps I can do? Something like that. Crazy. I don't know. More than I need. So anyway, there you go. We did a quick review. We talked about my builds and what I'm going to do with these guys. He's done. There's no more I really can do except maybe throw in a triple plus small laser on him. As far as the navigation goes, we talked about what we're going to do there. We're going to go ahead and go for the long hunt, and then we're going to be done. So come back and join me on the long hunt. Take care. Bye-bye.
Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a